needed that 3 HP.
Me too. Okay. Yeah, we'll go to the temple thing. I mean, a few people were there before, so I'm not sure if it's going to be full of demons or something like that.
Maybe full of
I hope
things,
not.
maybe not.
Yes, I would doubt that. I do not believe the school would allow us to go there if it was
It
full
was
of
hyperbole.
demons.
Demons aren't real.
They are.
Yes, they are.
Stop! I should stop saying things!
It might be better
Yes,
if
you
all
do.
things you thought didn't exist, just think they do. That might be better.
There is a reason why tales are told like that.
What? There's
Because
just
they are
scared
likely
children!
real. No. They're quite literally warning stories.
Next thing you're gonna
Old
tell me
wives' tales
crabs
full
are
of...
real. Those things are stupid.
Wait, what? What aren't real?
Crabs?
You need to speak up. I'm not catching it.
A giraffe.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, yes, of course. I've seen a few in menageries.
Why
I-
would that even be a thing? Never mind. I'm gonna stop asking questions.
Big tall trees.
Yes, exactly.
so did I, J-Mac. Crabs,
Okay.
crabs don't exist, they're too dumb.
I'm gonna shut up now, and I'm gonna wait for us to have a moment to go to the ancient temple, and then I'm likely gonna hit things with lots of fire. Whatever maybe there was remaining there.
Please don't burn down temple.
I will not burn down the temple.
Well, I'm gonna tell you now, having, a high-level druid with you happens to make most things that you would have encountered around the temple very simple. When I was building this place, I was actually expecting you to go there first, so most of the encounters are like CR2.
I mean, we
which are...
would have done, but then we got
cool.
distracted by, the underground city, and then the place is going to fall to the ground and explode if we don't fix it.
Yeah. It's just because people I want to go, like, I definitely want to go see temple, so I was saying, oh yeah, we'll go to the temple first. So that's the kind of place I was like, okay. As you walk to the temple, you actually notice there's Fae in the fields, which would have potentially have been a problem before, but Elspeth just kind of waves them off. It appears there's a lot of leshies.
Ooh,
Ah.
leshies.
Yeah. They are not
Strange things.
quite the leshies you've probably seen before. For a lot of them are themed around vegetables. As you notice, the things in the field, there's actually like proper crops here, just kind of overgrowing.
Ooh,
Why
is there
is
a
that-
guard leshy?
Hold on, I believe there was a pumpkin leshy.
Why
That
is that
Just looking
cucumber
for-
moving?
probably explains how they got like a leaf dagger thing.
How odd. Weird things.
It's fine, is leshy. It's like plant-looking
what?
Fae thing.
Yes, you do in fact see a leshy which looks like a pumpkin. There's also a few others, like the onion leshy.
It's got layers.
That's-
It makes people cry.
It does. That was actually seed pod effect. You cry and you take penalty to dex.
I do not know why anyone would want to animate an onion as a servant.
Wait, people make these?
Can do.
Maybe
People
as
make
far as I
these?
could tell, they remind me of
Well-
these puppets. So
It's usually less people make them, more usually Fae make them to
Ash just
help them.
Ash goes up to the pumpkin leshy and goes, "Oh my god, I love this. I want 10."
I think most of these are just a product of, well, Gone Wild divine energy. I don't know, she picks up what looks, or she's like up at an apple tree which is moving and like wiggling at her.
Mhm.
Yeah, these things aren't normal.
Oh, so maybe when Thingy did the thing, Maeve did the thing to turn you druid, sort of excess divine energy stuffs made these.
I'm going to go with yes. This feels. She kind of talks to one of the apple trees, which it's kind of like at one point it just drops all its apples to the ground, and then probably within like even 5 minutes, new apples have grown. She goes, "Yeah, this isn't right."
Do you
that
think
would be
it's dangerous here?
I don't think it's dangerous. I just think it's kind of.
So I don't need to put down this pumpkin man. This Ash is just like hugging the gourd leshy.
I mean, it might get angry at you in a while, but you can hold it for now, I suppose, as the gourd leshy wiggles in your grasp.
Think of
Wiggle,
it.
wiggle.
Think of it like a little dog, maybe. Like it can be nice and cuddly and stuff till it get bored and then it bite you.
Ash is just petting the pumpkin. Me now, it's
Mate.
a good pumpkin.
Give me diplomacy. Let's see how much the pumpkin likes
Are you
it.
telling him to diplomatize the pumpkin?
Yes.
20.
Yep, that's your friend for now. You can continue to have your pumpkin, which is also apparently a cat.
I know why it's staying with him. Because it can't elope.
Banned.
Ah,
That was trying too hard.
The cantaloupe a gourd?
Yes, it's a type of melon.
It's a cantaloupe.
it's not a gourd at all.
Yeah,
Melons
it's
are
not
not
a gourd.
gourds.
It's a melon.
Yes.
Aren't gourds and melons the same thing?
No, not
I mean,
at
No.
all.
not the same thing, but they're similar.
No.
Yeah.
Hey. Not really?
It's been a long time since I've done plant biology. I don't know what the difference is. I'll find out for you at some point.
Yeah, mostly just like the thickened skins, the hollow inside of gourds, how they store their seeds, etc.
Oh no. Apparently gourds aren't all melons. Or all melons are gourds.
But not all gourds are melons.
Right, yeah.
Melon.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Ah, got it. Cool.
Because technically a cucumber is a gourd.
And now
Interesting.
you know.
The dryad says as she's walking us through and doing plant
Yes, here, have a plant lesson with the dryad.
I mean, I'd be taking notes.
That's fair.
Of course, the cook's been taking note on what various veg are.
Hey, I've got a class where I've got to talk about the natural world.
Are we getting close to the building?
It's actually pretty plain to see. At one point, this was a decadent marble temple. Now it's kind of been swallowed up in plant life.
Oh, that's the building.
It used to be a lot more impressive looking when it wasn't. Well,
A massive
that just
shrub.
kind of looks like a giant bush. Yes.
Well, I believe that that's to be expected, though, of the ancient temple of a harvest deity. If they don't become giant bushes a given time, then I think there's something wrong with it.
I mean, it's slightly weird that they're able to subsist off of, pure marble. That's certainly an oddity.
Again, though, divine power, yada yada yada, that sort of thing.
It's fine though. I'm sure with time you can put plants down from the roof.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to tell them not to do that.
Get off the roof.
She leads you to where the entrance would be, which actually you do notice it's been burnt through. There's like ash on the ground. It appears that the plants have just kind of went and swallowed the gap in the building back up.
Guess that how other group got in.
As Elspeth waves her hands and you can get inside. Which,
Yes.
you can see where they got the dagger from, as within plain view in the main section of the temple. There's this giant sunflower, dead right now, of course, that has a massive eye where the pippy browny bits would be.
Well, that looked unpleasant.
That-
I would.
That not normal.
It is
I have a
very
feeling they would have
normal.
tried to kill us.
I suppose it was. I don't know. Is it properly dead, plant dead, or is it just unhappy? It's really hard to tell when plants are just actually alive or dead.
Elspeth walks up to it. Judging by all these bug bites, I'm going to guess dead.
Mm.
And
Pity.
there's a lot of bugs.
What bugs?
She kind of waves you over. It looks as if like this thing's being attacked by a swarm of locusts.
Oh yeah, we did have a huge bug problem just a couple of days ago, didn't we?
Yeah, but they didn't. I suppose they did actually. Huh? Because our friends didn't do that.
Maybe they did?
What? They commanded bugs to eat a plant.
No. Maybe they like kicked up a hive or something. I don't know.
Aaron's gonna do a perception
Are
roll.
these
to
are these
hear
hive
about-
bugs?
Yeah, go for it. So then, and what was that, Lauren?
No, Ash is just being dumb because I don't have enough
Oh.
knowledge in nature to know that locusts do not communal
hive.
hives or anything.
That'd be scary if he did. I'm glad we don't.
Wouldn't be
Um,
any scarier than hornets.
I don't know. I don't like any insects like forming like groups. I hate it. Bad.
So anthills and beehives are the bane of your existence. Got it.
Thankfully, we barely exist here. And what was Aaron looking for, sideline?
Just making sure she's perking your ear up to make sure there's not like a buzzing sound nearby.
No, there doesn't appear to be a buzzing sound nearby. Actually, for those of you who have knowledge nature, you can make me a check.
Yay. There we
That
go.
There's your 20 for the session. Yes,
Screw
Eepos
you,
help
Wolf,
skip
this
some-
is my thing now.
and
Sorry,
you're-
I can't hear you. I'm eating.
What are you eating?
I mean,
This
you
thing,
know
hold
that.
up a banana.
No, I'm afraid I was imagining Wolf eating the pumpkin leshy.
Oh God, no, no.
No, Wolf is just pulling more stuff out of the garden in a jar.
There is a lot of like berries and shit in here if you
Actually,
want to.
I mean, technically speaking, once per day, up to 10 gold pieces worth of herbs, vegetables, and fruits can be drawn out of this bottle.
Mhm.
I don't think it's once per day.
Well, it
It's
technically
not
says,
10
but
pieces.
I mean, the main thing is 10 gold pieces worth of users, right? But technically, pumpkins aren't that expensive.
Nope. Oops, that should not be once in a day. It should just be up to 10 gold pieces.
Main thing is, pumpkins are not very expensive.
It's true. Also, I don't think they're really great to eat.
No, but the point is, technically, I can pull an
Oh,
entire pumpkin
Actually,
out of the jar.
They make decent ammunition.
It's true.
pumpkins
what
are
good-
one of
that-
those things where if like the older you let a pumpkin get, the less good it gets for cooking.
Sideline.
Yep.
So you want to cook them when
I'm going to
Fallen
need
down.
Crankle Drunkle back because I need to fire an entire pumpkin at people.
Sure. Here you go.
kind of like veal.
You wouldn't just like eat like a slice of pumpkin though.
I'm just saying though, pumpkin bolts, everyone.
I guess
I mean, if it were baked first.
So actually more terrifying is coconut bolt though.
Pineapple
Fog
boat.
milk.
Moving on.
Yeah, Epos. As you hop, skip, and jump up to the plant, yeah, those aren't like locust bites or anything. You think they're centipede bites?
No, these not locusts. Silly. Look at bites. Look how many bites. Look, the many leg things. You know, like long like wormy, but many legs.
You?
He knows what the bugs are. He may not know the proper common word for them.
Many legs? What, like a spider?
No, more and long like
More
worm.
leg.
Yes.
Oh, like a millipede.
He talks in Draconic, right? Or he's like more articulate.
He
in
is
Draconic?
more fluid in Draconic,
Alana
yes.
Alana will ask in Draconic in that case. Also, I'm not dying. Sorry.
Oh yes. You said it was centipedes, J-Mac?
Yeah.
Yeah, centipedes.
And she'll just translate.
Elspeth looks confused. What's a centipede?
Not now.
Is there like a common Sylvan word that she can use?
I just say it in Druidic.
That's true. Druidic also works.
I have no idea what that is.
It's like a long worm with many legs.
That's weird.
It's like that sort of wormy shape, but many legs.
Don't like that. So this thing was eaten by millipedes?
Yeah,
I
from what it looks
guess.
like.
Absolutely disgusting.
Well, she lets it flop back to the ground. Thankfully, the upper areas of the temple were mostly for the public. The place where the acolytes stayed was beneath.
Sort of poking at the dead plant.
So we're not allowed downstairs. Got it.
You can come downstairs.
Okay.
Not like this place is actively running anymore.
No, sadly not.
I don't know. Aren't you like a priestess here? So
Think I
like,
really-
unless you say so, I'm just going to assume.
I don't think I really have any authority.
I mean, I think you're the only authority left.
You can
Congratulations on your promotion to High Priestess.
She already was.
Congratulations on your promotion to Archpriestess.
I suppose that
Thank
can
you.
be true.
She shakes her head. Well, she walks up to one of the walls, one of the marble inscriptions. She taps a few places in it, and boop 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 boop. Stairs form as the wall retracts.
Oh, sweet!
Secret tunnels.
Yes,
Oh,
we
fancy.
the secret tunnels were well known. Of course, people knew that we lived underneath the place, but well, they were always a bit fun. As she walks down,
Now
Secret
this is more
tunnel.
interesting.
which as she leads you down, it's not actually. She just kind of leads you to this slightly largest living area. It's pretty Spartan though. There's like 20-ish beds in the room. There's like a small kitchen area. There's a big living area with a bunch of, well, very dusty now furniture. Also, the place is absolutely adorned with pots.
Mhm.
You really like your
People here-
pots, don't you?
Oh, it was, well, yes. One of Maeve's, well, one of the requirements for joining the Sisterhood, Brotherhood, whatever, was you had to be good with clay.
That's a strange but interesting requirement.
Would it be
Well,
okay if I like had one of these?
I won't miss them, sure.
Ash just kind of picks up one of the pots that they think looks nice.
Go for it.
I'm gonna grow something in you.
A lot of our
That-
magic was based off the earth, so
And then-
clay was.
Ash just kind of shuffles the pot over to Prismelody and then proceeds to just continue holding the gourd leshy, which hasn't escaped.
Oh Lord, Brookward Leshy. But yes, a lot of our magic came from the earth, and therefore we, well, venerated clay. It's good for construction, it's sturdy. But she busies herself about the place. There's not a lot down here, in all honesty. She, one thing she does is she kind of rolls up what was like a furled out scroll on one of the tables, and just kind of sets it aside.
Hippos is just going to go looking for some daft little trinket she wouldn't mind him taking as a memento. Not a pot, because pots are boring, but some little daft thing.
I mean, there's a lot of brushes for some old dyes for stuff like that. Love artsy stuff.
He shall take a set of old dies.
I guess if you want to pull me a me, there's also a rug.
He's too small to take rugs, but he can take a die set, and that means he's now armed for finger paints.
That's fair.
And now I have something to draw on Silas with.
Well, at least down here is fairly intact. I suppose feel free to take anything you want. Nobody's going to miss it.
Oh,
I've
you-
got a fancy old pot for a plant. I think I'm good.
I'm more curious about what kind of I don't know. Uh, magical item creation is kind of my
Oh,
I mean, yeah, magic's always fun, but
well. I suppose you did technically do me a huge favor in clearing this place out. Not
Well-
specifically the temple, but the island.
Yes, we did. Yeah, that was really hard, I will say. That was terrifying and awful in many regards.
yeah. I'm really happy that place had a bath. Really needed it after fighting Goop Queen.
That
I'm not sure it
sounds-
had a gender.
Oh, Mrs. Dryad here says it had kids.
I
Some
would.
can produce asexually.
Yes, it was kind of a big goop thing, so I doubt it actually was any of
Eh,
it. Probably just split off whenever it was too large.
The other things weren't goop.
Those things are like the anomalies, creations of the disease, as it were.
You were gonna say virus like it's Resident Evil.
This is not
I mean, this is basically just the aftermath of Resident Evil.
the G virus. G
It's
for
all
good.
it's all RE7.
God, I hated the molded, and those things were annoying.
Yeah.
At least fucking Jawavo and shit from RE6. God, that game was terrible.
Wolf is going to try and show off the true magical potential he has with the spell crystal in hand of just precipitating away dust.
Well, if
Torin, you're
you were
hot, my
here for...
king.
Doran,
What?
I think you're breathing into the mic. However, it was a fan.
I heard a mini tornado as the dust was being blown away.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
I think it was just a sound effect he was helping me with.
Sure, let's go with that.
If you lot are here for a few days more, I could, well, think for a word of some kind.
2 days, in fact.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of wards, I did tell you I set up one in your previous home, right?
Nope, you did not.
Oh, right. Yeah, that cave we were in before everybody got all distracting and everything. It just needs power. It'll help keep things.
Thank you. I'll look at when we get back. But if you're here for 2 more days, well, I suppose I can try and fling something together. Any preferences?
Do you have anything that can dampen
Was that sorry?
You cut out.
anything that can dampen sound? You know, something to like.
Oh
it so
God,
that-
our dorm is just made of paper walls. It's awful.
Yeah, no, we all kind of sleep in rooms right next to each other, and some people are noisier than others. It gets on people's nerves.
Yes.
I'm afraid not. That was never really into the whole entire wording scene. And sound was, well, we just kind of learned to deal with it down here.
It's disappointing. I guess we will never find a solution to our paper thin walls.
No, I refuse to believe in that. I am going to try.
Actually, thinking about it, you were good with clay, right?
It's one of the things, yes.
I don't suppose you knew of any ways that we could, I don't know, make better, more soundproof walls.
Out of clay?
I don't know. Make bricks. I don't. I'm not a
Let's see. You
civil
said
engineer.
you were good with wards. Then I suppose.
No, she said she wasn't good with words.
Oh,
If you're I suppose, well, no, I was never... Sound is not something I could really help you with, I'm afraid.
That's a shame. Well,
Um,
I would suggest, in the grand scheme of things, if you could provide us with something like the orbs that were used to power the large, whatever you called them, the companion droid things. The one that we're using to power IAP is not ideal. We need one that powers through electricity. The one we got is Earth, and I hotwired it to be electricity. I don't know if you know of any of those spheres still maintained or running that we could use to enable him to come with us, because as much as we would love to bring you with us, we're going to have to go with just IAP.
I'm afraid that's more of the Brotherhood of Iron's jurisdiction rather than ours.
Yeah.
We never really, well, partook in the whole machinery line of things. I've lived in the hole in the ground for the past 1,000 years. I'm afraid not.
I don't know.
know any locations.
The big sludge monster things brought him gifts. I was wondering if any of the Fae brought you.
Sort of. They brought, well, shiny rocks and
I don't know. A pretty
sticks,
glowy magical sphere is the shiniest of rock.
I suppose. But no, I'm afraid I don't have anything of that sort.
Yeah. Well, I think it was kind of,
Yeah, it didn't
shoot
hurt
in the
to ask.
dark.
How about I just think of a gift for you and I'll present it to you before you leave.
That is an idea.
Yes. Though I would like to speak with you about more information about the culture and the people of the ancient kingdom. Things you wouldn't exactly get from an information terminal.
Yes, and Ipos would like to talk more to you about you.
Oh, well, it will certainly be the most intellectually stimulating conversation I've had in a while, so I will not say no.
Ipos makes no promises. Silas kinda boring.
Intellectually stimulating does not mean it is interesting, though it will be interesting. I'm certain.
Well, you're welcome to stay in my grove should you need to. Have Otherwise, you know where to find me.
And I'm gonna
So,
wander around here more.
That's fair.
If you don't mind, Erin says as she's pulling out a big gadget. I'm gonna look for more secret doors. You're the high priestess, but I don't know.
I suppose I'll go ahead. I don't know of any other secret doors that would be located in the temple.
You'll see as she pulls a big lever on it, and it sounds like a chainsaw starts up, and it spreads a bunch of sparks around the room, and it sticks to the corners of and edges of walls, and just to highlight for a secret.
I'm afraid it comes up in negatory.
Yeah, figured as much. I always like checking. It's a
It's fair.
consistent.
And hey, the one time you don't check is the time you miss it.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to stay here for a little while, see what I can do to tame this mess.
Yeah, good luck on that.
Yeah,
Ipos, believe in you. You can do it.
thank you. It's been nice talking to other people. If they are company, but they're not, they think different.
Yes, spend lots of time working on tricks rather than actual talking, comparing shinies and stuff, and just hiding. They hide lots.
She's not. Even my daughter is. Yeah.
How does that work?
His
You're
daughter.
kind of
Sorry, I called him son.
tree.
They don't.
Trees drop
adopt.
seeds.
Grace
See-
Bay took more of a liking to me than any of the others down there. After a while, I came to view them as my,
Oh, so not actual, just
no, I did not
incidental.
birth her.
Okay, that would makes a lot more sense. Being a tree and all, it's
It certainly makes things interesting. I don't really even need to eat anymore.
that's
Just
disconcerting. You live underground. How do you?
Because tree roots are underground. Are they not?
Yeah, but you don't normally have leaves above ground.
What's to say that she didn't?
She's
There were trees above ground, were there not?
And grass and bushes and
she's not all. Wait, are you that entire cave system?
Yes, I'm in fact the entire island. You've discovered me.
Okay, that I can see how you're. Okay, never mind.
That was.
Oh, I got it. I got it there eventually.
Good.
We're good.
I'm glad. I will say my tree is larger than it seems.
Okay, that's good to know. So, wouldn't have been feasible to just sort of pick it up.
No, it would not.
Nevertheless, if you need anything, just let us know. We're going to be in the area, and it's literally part of our school assignment for us to get a good grade to actually help do things. So,
yeah, the more good we get.
Because, saving Island not good enough.
yeah.
No, I'm sure it is. It's just that much is hard to prove that was us.
No, we have a bunch of witnesses. We have that guy who's drinking out of a coconut. Remember?
Literally points to the guy who's grading us.
It is true. It is why he's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep forgetting you're there.
He just sips on
Wow.
his sex on the beach. Yeah.
I assume that
that's-
means he's doing his job right.
Speaking of, why did you let us, do all that?
it's funny.
That seems incredibly irresponsible to just let a bunch of kids risk everyone's lives like that.
Obviously not. If he allowed it to go on, he must have some contingencies. I bet.
Well, it's not as if you just went and, did this all off on your own. You warned people. They were aware of it, and even the headmistress was like, go for it. This will be cool. I mean, she'd say that to pretty much everything, but you get what I mean.
Yes, we warn people, we got help, and if thing got really bad, he here to help us.
Yep.
He does have a really big sword.
Oh, this is mostly decoration. I don't
Oh.
really use it much.
Yes,
Well,
you
that's
haven't
less
seen his
comforting.
really big sword.
No.
No.
He just goes through his entire arsenal going, that's not a knife!
This is a knife.
And that's not a knife, and that's not a knife, and that's not a knife. That's a spoon. Aha, here's me knife.
Suddenly we're in an episode of The Simpsons again. But Elspeth goes about the clearing up the temple. As congratulations, you've discovered the underground grove. As my thing does not want me to reveal it.
See, it's always a good idea to go chasing after strange spirit things you see.
Oh yeah, I completely agree.
It has never got you in trouble previously.
No, it has never once gone wrong.
And tomorrow, chasing strange spirit things.
No, Lord.
We're done chasing spirit things in Lost Legacy. We did that
No,
last
we're
week.
not.
Are we?
You said it's always a good idea, so...
I
We have
Cad-
Cadme in the party. We are never done.
True.
Damn it,
And in
Cadme.
fairness, though, also, whose party are you looking to attend? I'm pretty sure it's someone who is known to be psychically active. This could be entirely more things to go.
But yeah, we step away from it. You can kind of see how I planned for this to go down. It was originally intended for you to get there, maybe accidentally fall in the grove like the other group did, and be like, "Hey, we need help! Help us, brave adventurers!" Ubu, and then that happened.
Fortunately,
And then
we
you
had a
leave.
different plan.
competent.
Notices
Seems
your
we
great sword.
jumped in just the wrong order.
I mean, it worked out.
Yeah.
We basically did that thing you do in video games where you purposely skip to a later level just to power level yourself a bit before going back to the super easy stuff and just strolling through it.
Or even worse, you go through side quests and find the weird side quest that references what's supposed to be happening after the story. Oops.
But that was the quite well, yeah. Pretty much for the most part, the place isn't that dangerous anymore. You've gotten rid of the big danger, and presumably the other big danger is being dealt with.
Presumably.
And you could go find
Puzzle.
out.
Totally could. It's like an hour's journey away.
What we were told not to.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were
just
told
leave
not
it. They can
Yeah,
handle
but
it
do we
just
always
fine.
do what we're told?
But you're one level higher. Surely that makes the super scary zone not as scary.
I mean, it kind of literally does, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say
Aha, he cut out, he doesn't get to say what he was saying.
Aha!
I'm gonna say no.
That's fair.
Yep, too late.
I'm going to do more art.
I'm gonna go
Sure, you
back to
can-
camp.
Do you do that? I'm going to learn about the economy.
Oh god, the
Yes,
most
Mrs.
interesting
I
of
was raised in a
subjects.
temple away from the city will tell you as much about economics as she knows.
Well, she's the closest thing I've got to an actual... She is the only living person we found that wasn't a robot in a precinct.
I mean, person
much.
is kind of debatable at this point.
I mean, technically, though, she is the only living anything that you've encountered, regardless of robot, because the robots aren't living.
That
Wait,
is
what about all
true.
the plants? Plants are living.
And most
Yes,
of them
but they
weren't
don't have the
around back then.
consciousness that I need. And yeah, they're sort of new.
I
You
can go back to living person again as a definition. Works.
Okay,
Yeah.
that works.
But it's robots don't count.
But then again, the place was also from what we could tell, it was the higher ups of the actual island itself was sort of in the temple, so it'll help me get more information about their nobility, as it were.
Oh, one thing I can say that you do learn, which is probably helpful, Electrum was actually their version of gold.
Oh right, yeah, that's a good thing to deep throat. Why Electrum?
I mean, that would be
Why not
useful
just use
if they
gold
had, like, vending
silver?
machines.
Well, we did use silver and gold.
But what?
Electrum was
why
seen
not?
as the more decadent because it's a composite. So, well, people went, oh, they're mixed together, so therefore they're better. I guess.
All it does is decrease the value of the gold, not the gods above. Oh well.
I mean, we were an isolated. Well, we didn't really need that much of a functioning economy.
I guess that is true. You most likely did most of your dealings with bartering, didn't you?
Yeah, we didn't.
Any
and we
pure
didn't really
coinage was left in
trade.
treasuries of the rich, if I'm...
Yeah, we didn't really trade with people outside, so having these, well, I guess all currency is superficial, but you understand what I mean.
Yes, I do. Well, that is at least a satisfactory answer to why.
He was really fussed about this for a long time.
Yeah,
yes,
no, you
because
have
I
no idea how
despise
much it
Electrum
bothered him.
with a Yes, I despise Electrum with a passion. All it does is make gold less valuable and more impure, in fact.
God, you'd think you were a dwarf.
No, but we have many of them who work for us.
So that's where the dwarves got it from.
Yeah, really.
Yes.
So, while the rest of you guys are talking to Plant Lady or whatever, I'm gonna go your friend here.
Sure. Are you just keeping that, or
Well, no, he lives here.
okay? Sure. I don't have a response to that. That's just you have fun.
Okay, bye.
Pretty sure that's been your response for half the things we've done today.
If only Ash was a Leshy summoner.
Yeah.
We all know that's what he really wanted. He just got sort of stuck with Priz by accident.
Damn it! I was going for a bush.
Yeah, you
It's
know,
like-
it's like one of those
it's like-
Scotch con machines.
Instead, I got the snake with wings.
Rainbow snake with rings.
This
Ah,
is
terrible, I
something
hate
that works
rainbows.
now. You don't get to choose, you just get something randomly from a plane somewhere.
Oh, great! I got the pride flag that can.
It feels pretty fitting for a pride flag. Walking pride flag. So with drawing, Ash is playing with Leshy. Anyone else doing so this is also learning how much bread cost. Anyone else want to do anything specific at the temple or in the area? I suppose if you really wanted, you could go farm.
Ipos is just interviewing either some of the spirits around, going back to the grove and interviewing the dozen spirits that are there.
Sure.
I mean,
Which
Leshies are intelligent.
are.
Yeah, basically, whoever's willing to chat, he's going to sit there and chat with for as long as until the group moves out.
In which case, we'll do the same thing that I did for IAP, where over the next week you can send me questions and stuff.
Yep, that's what I figured.
Erin is more curious about the local area, and if she's looking when she's looking around, she's looking for weird materials she's never seen,
Okay.
like something that the priestess would never really think about. That is pretty standard here, but something I've never seen before that could have
Oh
interesting.
yeah, no, that's just PVC pipe. Why are you freaking out about it?
Yeah.
In which case, give me a survival, or if you want to try, what was it, harvest trophy?
Yep.
If you want to use that, use one of the skills associated with that.
Sure.
As you look around for parts, quotation marks.
Not great, but
22.
pretty good. 22.
22 is not very good. That's
I rolled a 4.
Yeah, I mean, it's still really good for a 4. Let's see. So I have got materials here that you can potentially discover. Roll me a d4. Ooh, okay. You actually find one of the things that is evidently abundant in this place is stuff that's keyed towards negative energies. One of the things Erin finds is, well, most of the plants here appear to have adapted in some way to negative energies, but it appears that some of the trees around the temple just didn't bother. The divine energies from the temple that kept everything alive kind of just let them live, and they didn't really bother adapting to the negative energy. But as a result, their tissues are sort of, well, soaked in it. If she wanted, she could harvest some of this negative energy rich wood.
Yeah, sure. That sounds like a plan. Yeah, I'll do that.
In which case, you can harvest as if this were a CR2 creature.
Cool.
I have plan.
Ooh.
It's not much, but Wolf is continuing with his project. Except now he's not doing drawings. He's got enough drawings for now. What about plant samples from all around the kind of temple area here as well, so you can bring back to class to.
Sure. Wolf can get some, what was it, printings?
Mhm.
Whatever it's called.
He'll continue to work on his getting everything
Now
ready.
press some flowers.
In fairness, Wolf's been taking his project seriously.
That's fair. I mean, he's been making good progress.
Actually, no, I've got a list of it all when Wolf
Oh,
notes it.
you've got a lot of shit so far.
Ooh.
Give me a survival though.
Well,
Yep.
not the best printings in the world.
This might also be a good opportunity for Silas to do something for his magic class.
For the most part, yeah, both you can get a few things. You probably don't get as much as you'd like before you have to move off. Maybe like some of the plants are a bit weird in that they resist the pressing. Maybe they're a bit more waxy than you'd expect. Stuff like that. Maybe you discover, oh, this plant has more to it. But I would say it's not down that you have island plant samples.
I have been. I mean, this is what my current progress is at right now.
Yeah, I've also been writing it down. So yeah, it's probably a better idea to note down the result of your check.
I've done it for every single one of them.
Smart, because I have not been. I've just kind of been noting that you're doing it, not taking the results. What were you saying?
Hey, that 26 is going to be important.
It's gonna be. It's a big number. If Silas also Silas kept talking. But if Silas also wanted, he could look about gathering some strange materials.
Maybe he might look for heavily psychic things, like things with a heavy significance on them.
Because of course, stuff you find here could potentially be useful for crafting, could potentially be useful for spell reagents, or I guess psychic reagents, since those are technically two different things. Ooh, I see a message. Okay.
Yeah, putting those there for future reference.
Fair enough. But for most part, we'll just assume you spend like maybe 2 or 3 hours at the temple. If you come up with more stuff over a week, feel free to message me. But you do have time left, which I'm assuming is probably just going to be going back to camp. So almost a straight line.
I mean, Ipos is fine just sort of staying here forever, but I think the rest wanted to go back to camp.
It's a place to dump all your shit.
Mm.
As much as I'm sure people...
That we're also running out of time.
We've got like another day.
You got to. It's after day 7 you'll leave.
Like,
Preferably if you do want you back during day 7.
I do have a near unlimited food supply now, which is nice.
And you're also next to a bunch of farm fields. If you wanted to gather rations while you're here, that's another option.
There's another problem though, J-Mac.
Oh.
No meat.
Yeah.
There's leshies. That's almost meat.
No, that's more plant.
And you could probably find some mushrooms. That's kind of like meat.
There's a bunch of docile wild animals you could just sort of walk up to and claim.
Just no. So, hey, mushrooms are closer to meat than plants.
No, they're not.
They are.